Well, hello there and welcome back to the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel, where today I do have my prediction video for the Hull City versus QPR game, which will be taking place at the MKM Stadium tomorrow, 3 p.m. Now, it will be a big game in the turnaround of Hull City. We did lose points against Sheffield United, coming out 1-0 the worse off after having a 6-game undefeated streak in the league, which was a massive boost in the table. We still need to push on in the table as we are etching closer towards the playoff places. So hopefully some points can be picked up here. Hopefully a win, which will be our first win at home since the middle of October, I believe. So it is a big performance for the lads to go out there and grab, hopefully, a win. In this video, I'll be going over a little bit of information about both sides, my Hull City predicted lineup, and then also to finish it off with my score prediction, which you'll have to stay around till the end to see what I think will happen. First of all, we'll go into my predicted lineup. Now, there's a few changes here considering the injuries, which I went over in yesterday's video. If you've not checked that out, I'd highly recommend you do so. So, we've got in goal, of course, the one and only Matt Ingram. Yes, it's Matt Ingram. There's not much more I need to say on this front. He makes some silly mistakes, but then he pulls out some fantastic saves alongside that. So, Matt Ingram is in net for me. And then in the back four now, this is where we see one of the first changes to the lineup that started against Sheffield. So Cyrus Christie starts at right back for me. I think Louis Coyle, although he can have some fantastic moments, for a full 90-minute duration, he is not the player you want to be picking. I can see him coming on as a substitution later on in the game, and that's where he's been thriving the best under Liam Rosenior. Centre-back partnership of Sean McLaughlin, who has been doing fantastic since returning to the side, and then Alfie Jones, who's been doing another fantastic job in recent weeks. Now, at left-back, this is where we see the first change, is Callum Elder. There's been no update on whether Jacob Greaves' injury announced in yesterday's press conference has died down or severitised. So Callum Elder gets the nod at left-back for me after Liam Rosenior said that he's been looking strong in the games that he's been picked to play in. So Callum Elder gets a nod at left-back. Coming a bit ahead of them, we've got the unchanged duo of Greg Doherty and Jean-Michael Seri. So it's a good partnership, that too. They can either have fantastic games or they can have piss-poor games. We'll hope that it is a fantastic game for the pairing there. Just ahead of them, we see another change, considering Ryan Longman is out injured, complaining about back pains. Not too severitised. Again, check yesterday's video to see more about this. But I've gone for Tyler Smith to reappear in the starting lineup after not having the fantastic past few games, relating back to that Wigan brace that he grabbed. And then alongside him, of course, there's the 50 grand man, Regan Slater, and then also Aaron Connolly. He had a fantastic performance against Sheffield United. He was a star player for us, 90 minutes. He was making Sheffield's defence work hard to stop him breaking through. He's got pace on him. He's got all these attributes that we've been missing for so long in an attacking player. And I think that he will be doing fantastically as a starting player under Liam Rosenior for the rest of the season. There's one man left, the big man up top, Oscar Estupiñán, who will be hopefully adding to his goal tally and trying to send himself back up to the top of the Championship top scorers list. So that's my predicted lineup. Let me know down in the comments what you think will change or adapt based on my lineup. Of course, there is the news today that Callum Jones has signed another contract with Hull City lasting till 2025. It's a little bit of an update there, but I don't think that he'll have too much of an influence into a game like this, especially into a starting lineup. He's possibly someone that we could see making a move off the bench if needed, if the game does sway that way. So, a little bit of information about these sides. Of course, we have played QPR this season already. And of course, it was a game. It was certainly a game. So obviously in that game, it was a 3-1 loss to the Tigers. Tyler Smith grabbing the only goal for the Tigers in that game. Things have changed since then. We're now closer in the table than before. I think there's only 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 spots separate the two sides in the middle of the table. So it will be a close-knit battle. QPR have picked up a few key developments throughout this transfer window, and also a few key injury doubts have been subsided. So it will be a close-knit battle. It won't be an easy game for either side, but I think that it could come out in Hull City's favour. I predict a 2-0 win for the Tigers. Yes, a 2-0 victory, our first win at home in some time, and a clean sheet nonetheless. So the 2 goals for the Tigers are both being snatched up by Oscar Estupiñán as he adds to his tally. Although he has not been in the best of form in most recent games. I understood that it was 4 games in a row where he did score in the league, but he's not really in the top form. He was getting lucky with some of his goals, but he's one of them players that if you give the right delivery to him, he'll score. He's a classic poacher striker, and especially with Aaron Connolly now playing behind him, I think this will probably be the time when Oscar starts to shine and starts to develop himself even more as a goal-scoring threat to the opponent. So I think it'll be a 2-0 win for the Tigers. I think that we will grab our first win at home in some time. Let me know down in the comments what you think will happen in this game, who you think will score, and what you think the scoreline will be, along with any other information or things you disagree with me in this video. It'd be nice to hear from you down below. This has been the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any more Hull City news and content like this as we develop ourselves through the season and hopefully towards playoffs. So, goodbye.